everybody. I am here with Jyll Saskin Gales, notorious JSG, from Inside Google Ads. She's a Google Ads coach. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm so excited to be here with you. So tell me, what do you think is the most challenging thing about Google Ads in 2024?
I think the most challenging thing about Google Ads in 2024 is staying focused on the fundamentals when there's so much new automation and new features coming in.
And what are you most excited about in the future of Google Ads? Any big announcements that just happened or anything you're loving?
What I am most excited about in Google Ads is actually demand gen campaigns. I'm thrilled to see new features there, new innovation there, and I just think as Google Ads practitioners, we're so used to being search focused. I'm excited to have this really robust audience targeting campaign type getting more functionality.
I'm glad to hear that. So we have a segment on our show, it's working hard or hardly working. So tell me what you see as working really hard and what's hardly working in accounts right now.
What's working really hard is smart bidding, and specifically target-based smart bidding, target CPA, target ROAS, loving that. What is hardly working these days, I will say, is phrase match. Phrase match is now like the poor person's broad match, either go broad or go exact, but that Goldilocks solution is no longer the right solution.
I know, it's so sad. Okay, so let's talk about Google Ads coaching. Has got to be one of the hardest jobs in the world.
Really?
We train new people at my job, and I'm like, I cannot believe I have to explain the difference between exact match and identical match and all of these different things. What do you think is one of the hardest concepts to explain to people?
Definitely the hardest concept to explain is match types no longer meaning what they say they mean. Like exact match no longer means exactly match. It means exactly matches the meaning. That one is a total mind F to try to explain to people, for sure.
And if you could give one tip, I know this is so hard, but to someone that's really struggling in their account, what would your tip be for Google Ads success?
Give your campaigns time to learn. I know especially for small business owners, they'll launch a campaign and immediately log in and start trying to optimize and make changes. Stop. I always say launch a new campaign, then walk away for 48 hours at least before coming back, especially at smaller budget.
That's what I was going to ask, is how long? So you think 48 hours is when you can start kind of tinkering?
I'm not even going to say you can start tinkering at 48 hours, but don't even look at it for 48 hours. If you have a small budget, which I define as $100 a day per campaign or less, you're probably going to want to wait at least 5 or 6 days before touching it at all. If you're spending $1 million a day, okay, fine, you can look on day 2.
Oh man, that's so hard. That's easier said than done. I think one of the biggest challenges we're going to have coming into this year is saying goodbye to enhanced CPC. Do you have any advice for people who are have had a lot of success with it and where you should, it seems like you might not think it's a big deal. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts are meh. People were still using enhanced CPC.
Yeah.
There are specific use cases where you might want to use manual CPC, but especially with the way close variants work with match types now, those are few and far between. So I would say it's smart bidding or bust. If smart bidding is not working for you, then I encourage you to figure out why that's the case and try to get it to work rather than fighting to hold on to manual CPC.
Okay, you heard it here first, folks. That's from notorious JSG herself. Anything you want to plug before we sign off? Upcoming projects, where can people find you?
People can find me on LinkedIn posting content every day. I'm Jyll Saskin Gales, J with a Y. And if you want to learn more about Google Ads, you can check out my podcast, Inside Google Ads.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.